Hello, Mr. Yu. Happy New
Hello,
Year.
happy Chinese New Year.
Yes. Okay. So this time we are going to give more information for parents, especially those have children in primary 4 this year, right? Because
Yes.
both of us are feel very important that we understand why P4 is so important, in the journey to PSLE. Okay, so Mr. Yu has provided with some very nice slides and information for our parents. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
So
start.
I will do some slide sharing here
Yeah.
from the beginning. So it's important to understand this so-called the secret of P4 science, because it can be a blessing or it can be a curse. Depends what decision parents make.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm very glad that I have the opportunity to mark the PSLE Section B, representing Pei Hua Presbyterian School when I was a science coordinator for 3 years. And I'd like to share with you some of the experiences through my marking. And also recently, the MOE has changed to AL grading. So this is something informative for parents, especially your eldest child is in P4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
parents are
now,
still not very sure. So this is very good. Yeah.
yeah. So you see, actually AL1 is quite difficult. You need to score 90 and above.
That's right.
And AL2 also the banding is quite narrow from 85 to 89.
Yes.
Interestingly, if you notice there's one banding, AL6, it includes the pass and the fail, because it stretches from 45 to 64.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
my objective here is to encourage parents, if you start P4 science early, at least you can secure from AL3 onwards. That's minimum I can help a child to score at least 80 points. Yeah, because you need at least 2 years to build a solid foundation to do PSLE.
Absolutely right, especially science, because there's so many topics to cover, right?
Yes. So that's why it's important, because once your child need to choose a secondary school, they will combine the total aggregates. So you can see here, this is a possible scenario. The child score AL8. Anything below 10 is actually quite a good score.
Correct. Absolutely, yes. So every single subject, as I say, is equally important. Okay, so science really builds on the foundations. Okay, and because both of us believe that, and then Mr. Yu has really wanting to encourage more parents to send their children early for coaching. So he has 2 special classes which he's going to share. Is on Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday. Only 2 P4 classes.
Yes,
yeah.
so it's very limited. Yes, correct. Yes.
And I'm starting next week.
Correct. Yes, please sign up really soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how actually, P4 school-based streaming works? Okay.
Yeah, how this thing works, because this is actually what most school will do, but they won't release to the parents, because most school in Singapore, they do internal P4 streaming to P5. So normally most schools, they will total the score for science and maths. So let's say the child scores 90 for each, right? So 90 plus 90, you get 180.
Yes.
So what the school band, usually they will choose the top 80 students to go to the top P5 classes.
Okay.
The top P5 classes, as shown here. And then the lowest, maybe the 40 student, will go to the low ability class. Okay. And then in between, they will mix the student up. Yeah. So that's why I have been telling Jaslyn, either it's for better or for worse, because they will stay there for the next 2 years.
Yes, and I think we, as a coach, I believe really is the synergy and of your peers, that really helps your child to go from better or worse, like you said, because I do have students which are in the class that is really with students that are not so motivating, and that's when they really don't feel the urge to study and their grades are not as what you expect them to be. So it's important. P4 is a time where, yes, let's take charge and then help our children to do better, especially in science, because there's a lot of foundation needed. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So basically, in a science curriculum, this is what P4 students will learn. These are the topics that we tested in PSLE. You'll notice I indicated these 2 are because the high percentage we tested in PSLE. And usually students are weaker in these 2 topics, heat and temperature, and this topic called matter.
Actually, these 2 topics are everywhere around us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Correct.
So it's important to also engage them in their daily lives. So these are some of the things as parents and teachers you can do to get them curious, inquisitive,
Yes.
conduct some simple experiment at home or at my learning center.
Yes.
And then help them to understand rather than memorizing.
Correct. I think cooking is one very good example. I always advise my students and parents to do. Yeah, because in cooking you deal with fire, you deal with the materials as well. Yeah, great.
So actually, what I show here is actually a very good P4 and P5 open-ended questions. This question integrate a few topics, like as you see here, involves the concept of matter. Also include the concept of electricity in P5. Yeah.
Right.
So actually more than 70% of P3 to P5 pupils, they actually have difficulty in giving very accurate scientific answers to such open-ended questions.
Yes, I have seen very, very poor grades really. Most of them can't even pass. At least I think half of them cannot even pass the paper 2, right, Mr. Yu?
Yep. Yeah. So in my training, I focus mainly in helping students in answering open-ended questions.
With your SAIL training. Yeah.
Yes. So these are some of the resources I use. The book I've written, and also I enhance some of the top schools exam paper by modifying some of the questions, and also select the assessment book on the challenging questions, as well as my YouTube channel.
Yes. Yes, do subscribe to his YouTube channel. Yeah.
One Academy Science. Yeah.
Okay. SAIL is Scientific Experimental Application Learning. All right.
Yes. And some of these are the holiday program, the 2-day intensive classes.
Yes.
From P4 and above. And also, I like to congratulate parents who may be finding difficulty in coming in the past. So the opening of the Thomson East Coast Line increase our connectivity.
Yes.
So actually, students who perhaps you'll be staying in Upper Thomson, you can actually reach our center within 28 minutes. Yeah, I did this calculation. From Stephen, actually, within 10 minutes, you can reach Beauty World.
Okay, so from Stevens to your place is 10 minutes. Wow, that's very short.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. Very good. Yeah.
So this is the book I published, have helped many students in the past.
I also have. Yeah.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
And so this is our address. I sincerely welcome parents. Don't wait until P5 because P4 is a very critical year.
Correct.
Once you do well, you'll be streamed to a better P5 class and they will stay there for the next 2 years.
Then you get all the really, I feel is you will get to be with the friends that that can study with you together. Yeah. Yes. So I think it's important.
So you can take down my contact number here, and also the address is located at Beauty World Center, just next to the Beauty World MRT station. Thank you.
Quite convenient. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And I think it's really important, that we know so many information about streaming because some parents really do not know. Okay, actually, during Chinese New Year, we also chit chat with my relative. Really, she doesn't know the achievement level. Don't know what is foundation as well. So that's when I come in as a coach, where I actually educate the parents on options as well as how to help the child to the weaker subjects to a better score. So yes, okay, do get in touch with me as well. Okay.
Yeah, I also like to thank Miss Locke because just even like today, I have one parent whose child is actually in P5, and the parent told me that her child has some attention issue. So I refer the parent to Miss Locke, and I think they have been keeping in touch. And Miss Locke will be seeing this child quite soon. Together with some of my past year P5, P6 students, some of them have already gone into secondary school.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, Mr. Yi, for your introduction. Thank you so much. Okay, and yes, start action.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye.
So I look forward to your signing up.
Okay.
To my P4 class.
Okay, great. Okay, bye-bye.